Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2027 and a half BCAD, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, AF. Rock on, gold dust woman. Boost! How are you guys doing today? Okay, so I just filmed, sitting right here, my weight loss journey update over on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So for those of you that do not know, hi, I'm Peter, and I have 7 YouTube channels. Did you not know that? I have 7 YouTube channels, and one of them is my Peter Does Stuff channel. And on Thursdays, I do updates on my weight loss journey, my health journey. We are on week 24. I think that, is this week 24 or 25? I think this is week 24 today. So, and then on Fridays, I announce the movie for Peter's Movie Club, which is where I pick a nostalgic movie from my life, and we all watch it. This week's movies, it was a scary double feature, was When a Stranger Calls with Carol Kane. Remember the one where she says, he says to her on the phone, have you checked the children? Oh my God, it was so scary. And then the follow-up to that, the sequel, When a Stranger Calls Back. So those are the movies for this week. Now, tomorrow's movie that I'm picking, it is a really, really good one. And then I have a review channel where I review food, and that one's getting a lot of attention right now because this guy Joe made this TikTok about me, and it was, I think I showed that in my video the other day, but I've gotten a lot of people from him. So to all the people that subscribe to me from Joe, I just want to say I really, really appreciate it. It really made my week. And then I have a Peterisms channel where I share, you know, meditations, and I really have kind of like steered away from the meditations. I'm really just talking about stories in my life and things I've learned in my life. What else do I have? Oh, my Peter Watches TV channel, where I watch all the TV shows, the reality TV shows. I do recaps of all the trending shows. Today I'm going to do Unsolved Mysteries because I finished it late last night, the new season of Unsolved Mysteries. What else do I have? That's 4, 5. Oh, my vlog, which people call, they say it's like a podcast. They just listen to it. Stories of my life and what I did throughout the day, and telling stories about my bully in high school that I found out recently is still a bigot, even though I forgave him, and anyway. But that doesn't really matter. That whole story was told over there. Oh, all the HOA pool drama, the pickleball court, the pickleball drama in our neighborhood. I don't play pickleball, but oh my God. Somebody in the middle, okay, so this is kind of funny, right? So the pickleball, we have 2 tennis courts, and one of them is assigned for pickleball. Well, it has the pickleball, you know, lines on it. And then the other one is just tennis courts. Well, there's like one person in this neighborhood that plays tennis, and everybody else plays pickleball. So they want both of the courts. This is huge drama in the HOA, Homeowners Association. This is huge drama. People are like, Peter, there's all these people online that are making like TikToks and jokes about HOA drama, but you literally live it. Like, I talk about HOA drama on my vlog on a daily basis. My neighbor and I, she and I, we are in it to win it about the pool drama this year. In fact, I'm going to read a statement to you guys in a second from Emily Baker. And Emily just texted me, and she said, on the heels of all this, she texted me and she said, hope the pool is up and running. And so anyway, but I have a whole statement from Emily Baker about this whole Tati Westbrook lawsuit. So we're going to get into that in just a second. But no, on my vlog, I talk about all of the HOA drama and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is what happened. So somebody went down and they taped pickleball lines. Because, okay, this is what happened. So they went to the HOA board, and the HOA board wouldn't let them paint the other court because they said we need to have one that's tennis and whatever. So the pickleball league went crazy, and they were pissed. Well, somebody, okay, now you have to understand the average age of my neighborhood is like 70 to 80, okay? So my neighbor is 30 next door, or 31. She just turned 31. And so we spent the whole day at the pool for her birthday, and it was real fun. But anyway, so the average age of the neighborhood is like 70 to 80. So somebody, okay, went down there and taped the tennis court so that they have like the pickleball lines on there, right? Then somebody in the middle of the night went down there and pulled up the tape, okay? But that tape ripped the tennis court. The pulling up the tape ripped the tennis court. So now it's a huge deal. They closed down the tennis courts and the pickleball courts, and I was vlogging one night, and these 2 gals were going down to pickleball, and it didn't even occur to me at the time, and I was like, oh my God, but they closed down the tennis courts. The pickleball league was like, you're not closing. I mean, this is huge drama in our neighborhood, okay? I mean, everybody is talking about it. And everybody's also talking about the fact that they don't have money for this and they don't have money for that, but they installed these lights at the guardhouse. Like, that's a huge issue too. Okay, it's so funny when people, I just sit on my front porch and drink coffee and people walk by and they literally, I'm like, hey, how are you doing today? And they're like, good. Did you hear about the light at the, can you believe that we didn't even vote on that light, okay, at the guardhouse? People are going crazy. They took up some flowers and they were like rose bushes and they planted something else at the guardhouse instead. People were going crazy about that. It's so funny, okay? Somebody put, like, they put this, like, flyer out. There was, like, this, what do you call it? This, like, rowboat, this ghost rowboat. We have these ponds in our neighborhood, which they call lakes, right? And so there was, like, this lonely ghost rowboat that was floating through the lakes, and somebody like put out this whole thing about how there was people were vandalizing our neighborhood, and the vandalizing that she was talking about was this lone rowboat. So you know what I miss in my vlogs? My vlogs are hilarious. Well, they're kind of sad sometimes too. I cry on them sometimes. I get angry on them. You know, it's all over the place. But anyway, and then my last channel is my Peter Likes Books channel, of which I have a true crime book club that I run over there with my good Judy Mel. Hey Mel, how are you? If you want to join it, all the links are below for the Facebook group. And then I also have Peter's book club where I pick a book for every month and then we just all kind of read it together. It's usually a thriller or a cozy mystery, but people are wanting me to do thrillers. So then I just started last week, and now we're going to start it this month, a cozy mystery read along. So I picked 2 cozy mystery series and we're reading there. So if you want to read with me, go over to my Peter Likes Books channel. And so I'm starting clubs on all of my channels. I'm going to start a drama club over here. Oh my God, that's like in high school. I was never in drama club. I'm going to start a drama club over here and we can do like pantomime. Can you say that? Is that bad? I don't know if you're supposed to say that or not. But anyway, I don't know why you shouldn't, but I don't think I've ever said it in a video. So today we're going to talk about Miss Tati Westbrook. Now I have to tell you, this video is real weirdly for me to make. And not because it has anything to do with Miss Tati Westbrook, but because for those of you that don't know, I had an eye infection. No, I did. I had herpes of the eye. When she said it, I was like, oh my God. She said it at first. She was like, I was like sitting in a chair. This was a week ago, Wednesday. And she said, you have herpetic kinesiology, something of the eye. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, what does that mean? She goes, you have herpes in the eye. And I go, herpes in the eye? Nobody's been doing that to my eye. I mean, my husband and I, we still have a good life, but nobody's in my eye like that. She started laughing. She's like, no, I did. It's so funny because people think I'm not like this in real life, but like, I mean, I'm not flipping fans and stuff, but I do talk like this. Like, I'm all over the place and whatever. My eye appointment yesterday that was supposed to be like 10 minutes ended up being like an hour, and I was talking to all the girls, and they were so fun. They were so nice. But anyway, so she showed me my eyeball. She scanned my eyeball and everything, and she's like, this is what your eyeball looks like, and everything. So anyway, but I couldn't wear contacts for a week, so I've been wearing my glasses. So here are my glasses. I'm getting new glasses. These are junky Warby Parker, and I don't really like them. So anyway, but I'm getting new glasses, because my reading glasses, okay, so these are one of my newest pairs of reading glasses. These are from Caddis. Oh, now I can see everything. So I'm going to get, they have real glasses over on Caddis. But anyway, so she told me I could start wearing my contacts again. So I have my contacts in today for the first time in a long time for filming, right? And the thing is that I'm nearsighted, so when I film with my contacts, I can't really see you guys. I mean, you're kind of, well, I can see, I mean, you guys are out there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. I always feel like I'm talking to people when I'm like, I mean, I am talking to people right now, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm looking at myself. Anyway, and you're looking at me, but I'm kind of like, I just said this in my last video too, but I'm very blurry right now because I'm nearsighted, so when I have my contacts in, you know, it corrects that, so now you're blurry and I have to have my reading glasses. What's so weird about it is, when I used to film down in that chair with the ring light and stuff, you guys were like further back from me, okay? You were like 2 feet behind where you are now. I could see perfectly fine. I've been on YouTube now 8 years and my eyesight has completely gone, but I will tell you this, that my prescription changed and got better. She said that happens to you as you get older. I was negative 2.75. Now I'm negative 2.5. So anyway, but I got my contacts in today. You know, somebody wanted to be cute and call me a meth head in my video where I had my eyes dilated yesterday from my eye appointment. Somebody said something about being me. Look at his eyes, they're so dilated. He's a meth head. Look how fast he talks. And then other people are doing TikToks at me saying I have the most aggressive form of ADHD. You can't have it both ways. This ain't Burger King, okay? Maybe this is just who I am, and that's okay, you know? Love who you are. So anyway, let's talk about Miss Tati. Well, first of all, okay, so Miss Tati does this video today. Now, I already knew that she was going to do this video because Emily Baker, I woke up to, I said it so late last night watching that, I was going to say Walking Dead. I miss The Walking Dead so much. Daryl Dixon's coming out in September of the 2nd season. But anyway, So I was stayed up late last night watching the most boring season of Unsolved Mysteries in my entire life. So I woke up this morning and I got this text from Emily Baker. And Emily Baker texted me and she said, hold on a second. She said, I'm covering Toddy today. There were dismissals filed in her business partner lawsuit. It seems they settled. They were filed yesterday, so I would guess she will have an update soon. And so I was going to get up and I was going to watch Miss Emily's live stream today, and I fell back asleep. Mr. Boo Radley, he didn't want to get up. It's Boo Radley's fault. No, it is. He didn't want to get up. And so I fell back asleep, and then I got up, and then I was having my coffee, and I was doing my prayers and meditations, and I was talking to my neighbors and things like that, and then I kind of forgot. But my phone was away from me. I don't have my phone on me when I'm doing my prayers and meditations and stuff like that. And so I get back to my phone, and all these people are texting me about Miss Emily's live stream about Miss Tati Westbrook, and I was like, oh, I completely missed it. So I texted her, and she was so nice. She's like, let me send you a whole statement, because so you can understand it. She's like, but everything you need to know is in the first 5 minutes of Tati's video. So Tati did a video today, and I think it's called Moving On or something like that. Hold on a second. What's the video called? The video is called Moving On. Now, I will say, so she, at the beginning of it, it's like the first 5 minutes, she talks about the lawsuit settlement, okay? This lawsuit with her ex-partner that she's been in, and she's talking about having to go to court and all this kind of stuff, and that was going to cost her $500,000. Now, I thought that was a high estimate, but I was wrong, okay? Emily Baker estimated that it could have cost anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. So I need to correct myself, because I said on there that seemed really, really high. So when Tati came out and said that it was going to be $500,000, Tati was 100% right. So I just want to apologize and correct myself for that, okay? Yes, drama channels, we do sometimes have to correct ourselves. I know. The rest of the world doesn't, but drama channels have to. So anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so she does this first 5 minutes of this video, and then the rest of it is kind of like she wants to take Q&As, but at one point in there, she talks about how she, like her new, what she's going to do next, like moving forward and her new brand and starting all this kind of stuff, right? And so she asked people on Instagram for suggestions, and then she goes in this Q&A, and somebody asks her, they said, what's your favorite thing from Buc-ee's, okay? The gas station, convenience store, restaurant thing in the South. So anyway, what's so funny about this is, so for those of you that don't know, back in the day when I was very, very young, I posted all these pictures on my Instagram last night. I was going through my pictures, and I was like, I need to remind myself, you know, like, of through the years. So I posted a picture of, like, me and my mom when I was a baby, and then, like, you know, me when I first met Alex. That's the picture I'm eating, like, the cherry, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, not his, that had been lost a long time ago for him, but anyway, people are like, you should tell your husband's business like that. Well, he was telling everybody else. It was no surprise to me. But anyway, and so I posted a bunch of pictures of me through the years on my, what do you call it? On my, oh shit, my Instagram last night. And see, when you get older, you start losing things. You start forgetting things, you know, whatever. But anyway, and so, but one of the pictures is when I have longer hair. It's not the longest. My hair got like way down to here. The longest I had it was like way down to here. But this was like, at one point I had long hair, and all these people are commenting on it, right? So for those of you that don't know, there was a period in my life that I followed the Grateful Dead. A little bit I did. Not much, but a little bit I did. One summer. So anyway, what's so funny is my friend Melissa, okay? My friend Melissa, I love her dearly, but she goes through these phases, okay? Like, she went through this Lady Gaga phase. She is still, like, the world's biggest Lady Gaga phase. I think she's, like, done meet and greets with her like 3 times. Did you know that Lady Gaga, she doesn't do meet and greets anymore since the lockdown, but Melissa told me that. So if she does, Melissa told me that. So I don't know. But anyway, but all her money that she makes from her meet and greets, she donates. Did you guys know that about Lady Gaga? I think that's pretty impressive. But anyway, so she's gotten front row to every concert, every piano concert in Las Vegas. She's done meet and greets with her. Well, now, okay, Melissa has been a New Kids on the Block super fan. I guess they call them blockheads, like deadheads, but blockheads. She has been a super fan, like, since she was in high school, okay? Well, a couple of years ago, she went on the New Kids on the Block cruise. She's now gone on it like 4 times. She's obsessed, okay? Every picture she posts is about the New Kids on the Block, and she's obsessed with it. In fact, they put out this fan video, okay? It's one of their songs. I think the song's called, like, I'm Still That Kid or Magic or something like that. So she had Alex and I go over there, and she dressed up like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and she acted like she was trick-or-treating and stuff like that. And then she, like, had all this New Kids on the Block stuff anyway, and then she sent the video in. Her video made it into the New Kids. My husband filmed the whole thing and edited it and everything, and it made it into the New Kids on the Block music video. If you go watch the fan video, I don't know, it's like came out, well, that would have been around May, so around June 1st it came out. And, well, it was when she was in Paris to see Taylor Swift, because she and her husband took their nieces to Paris to see Taylor Swift. So that was around June 1st or something like that. Yeah, she was there the same time Colleen Ballinger was. So anyway, But if you watch that video, you can see Melissa. She's at the very beginning of it. It's like in the first like minute of it. You can see Melissa. She's like walking up the step, down her walkway, and then she walks up the steps. But anyway, Melissa and her girlfriends, all these blockheads, they go on these road trips. I mean, Melissa has seen, she sat on stage for 2 of the concerts for New Kids on the Block this summer. I didn't realize this was such a huge thing, right? So anyway, she and her girlfriends go on these road trips. She's constantly posting pictures of these road trips, and they always stop at Buc-ee's. What is the big deal about Buc-ee's? Do we have a Buc-ee's? She posted one from Tennessee, so they must be a South thing, because I don't think we have them in Indiana, but is Buc-ee's like a big deal or something? Because Toddy talks about it in here. But anyway, it made me think of my friend Melissa. So Toddy comes out, and well, first of all, she talks about rebranding, and she wants to do like, she talks about she was going to have this perfume line, this fragrance line come out, and then that didn't happen, and she explains why that didn't happen, all this kind of stuff. And then she's going to do candles, and she's going to do houseware. She asks people, like, what they want. People are like, you know, like, accessories, whatever. One person says that she should call the line Westbrook, and I was like, you know, Toddy Westbrook. And I was like, I think that is genius. I think that is absolutely genius. I think she should call it that. It kind of reminds me of West Elm a little bit. I love West Elm. Too expensive, but I love it so much. But I think Westbrook, okay, like if she kept Toddy for her, because she was able to keep her name, Toddy, so that's part of this. So anyway, if she kept Toddy for the beauty stuff and Westbrook for all the accessories and everything else, I think that's brilliant. I don't think anybody else has done that before, you know? Like, I think that would be really, really smart for her to do that. And I also think that it would show a maturity level of, like, she's gone through all this kind of stuff and, you know, this is who she is and whatever. I like that when somebody suggested that. I thought that was a brilliant idea. And in fact, I just want to say this. She talks in there about doing sponsorships and because she's trying to, you know, not raise money, but make money to, you know, start up her brand again and all this kind of stuff, Toddy Beauty. And so she's doing sponsorships. So, Toddy, I just want to say right now, okay, you acknowledging that you're doing sponsorships is completely fine. Can you just disclose them appropriately? And what that means is you have to hit paid placement on your videos up in the corner, okay? So the next time you don't, since you said in this video that you're going to continue to do sponsorships, I'm going to clock you for it, okay? And I think everybody else should too, because it's actually a violation of terms of service of YouTube to not do that, all right? You also have to disclose appropriately, and that means above the more bar. And I'm not going to be too hard about you today, because I think this is a day for congratulations for Toddy Westbrook. But if you're going to continue to do sponsorships, because if you're going to continue to do sponsorships and affiliate links, what I really hope after all these legal proceedings is that you don't want to go through them again and be fined by the FTC. It's perfectly fine for you to do sponsorships, okay? It's perfectly fine for you to link things affiliate-wise. But you have attorneys, you have a husband that's helping you, you have videographers, you have editors. Don't tell me that out of all those people, y'all don't know how to disclose appropriately. So could you just do that for your audience, okay, and disclose appropriately, and then nobody would have a problem with you doing this. I think this is actually a shedding of your old skin, okay, and everything that you've went through. I think this is like a transformation period for your life. Just do what's right going forward. Okay, because I'm going to clock you for it if you don't, because I'll tell you, when I was watching this video, and she doesn't link anything, and she doesn't sell anything, and it's just her sitting there. At one point, she even picks up this brush and starts brushing her hair, and I was like, oh my god, this is so relatable, this is so me, right? And I was like, this is the Toddy that I used to love back in the day, where she's literally just talking to her audience. She's not trying to sell them shit, it doesn't come across as fake and phony, it's just Toddy talking, right? And I think that's what so much of her audience really liked. Well, when she got into this realm of selling shit, it kind of went away from that, because I think she knew inside why she was just trying to sell this stuff for this and sell this stuff for that, and it didn't seem sincere. She said she's coming out with a favorites video. That was her next video. She's going to do that today, but she wanted to update people on this. So I'm like, okay, well, come out with your favorites video, girl. Just link it appropriately, okay? It has to go above the more thing. You have to say that you're making money from your affiliate links. You can't say some of these things are affiliate links and I'm making compensation and put it at the very bottom of your description box. It has to be above the links. You have to, with affiliate links and sponsorships, hit paid programming on a YouTube video, okay? Just do that and that's fine, girl. This is a shedding of your own skin, right? Like, when you know better, do better. I hope she does going forward, because this video, I really liked of Toddy's. This reminded me of the old Toddy that I liked back in the day. So I watched this. I didn't watch the live stream. I texted Emily and I was like, I couldn't get to it and whatever. So I kind of wanted to find out what's going on. So she says in the video that it was settled, that they settled and things like that, and that she's going to move forward with her brand. She really doesn't say a whole lot about it in the video. And so, who is texting me? Who's calling me? I don't know who this person is. Well, hold on a second. I'm getting some phone call from somebody. I don't know. So anyway, it's going to have to go through until I can. Because if I pick it up, you know how that is, then it'll be the spam, and then they'll be calling me 50 million times and things like that. Okay, so let me go in here and hold on a second. And I want to read to you. Emily said I could read her text, because I asked her. Okay, so Emily texted me this morning, and she said, I'm covering Toddy today. There were dismissals filed in her business partner lawsuit. It seems they settled. Then she said they were filed yesterday, so I would guess she will have an update soon. Now, I'm sure that Emily Baker's live stream is probably still up on her channel, so you can probably go watch that if you want to hear all what she had to say about Miss Toddy. And I said, oh, interesting, and then I fell back asleep. And then I said, anything I really need to know if I cover it? I know you went live, but I couldn't come in. And so anyway, and then I said some personal stuff that only she would know. And then she said, the first 5 minutes of her video covers it. This is the suit that started with the business partner in 2020. They settled. She walked away from HAL0, and she walked away from HAL0 keeps her name. So she gets to keep her name, but she walked away from HAL0 Beauty. Her last video, she said it would be $500,000 for trial to start, and that likely pushed some of this. Trial would have started later this month. And I said, do you care if I read your text in my video? And she said, I can word them better, so let me type out a good summary she is. And I said, oh my God, you're awesome, thank you. And I said, one question though, is it interesting to you that they filed yesterday and she has a video up already today? Because this is what I thought, like, I said in my video, in comparing this to Jaclyn Hill, Tati Westbrook is somebody that when it comes to legal proceedings and things like that, or money that she makes, this is why it really bothers me with the transparency of the affiliate links and the sponsorships, because in the past, Tati has been somebody that has been so transparent about how much money she makes and how much money this costs and raising money and whatever. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that she wouldn't be transparent with everything, right? And so I was like, well, this must have happened a couple days ago because she had this video to the editor. It was ready to go today when this was going to come out. Now, this is Tati Westbrook trying to get in front of, and I think this is smart. I think this is smart on her because she knew that there were a couple people out there that were going to cover it the minute that it came out, right? But the reason why I asked was because when Tati Westbrook came out with her By Sister video years ago, or whatever that video was called, when she first came out with that, we know in retrospect that that was a very planned video. That Shannon Jeffrey knew that that video was coming out, that several drama channels knew that that video was coming out. And so this is, for me, the way that Tati Westbrook, it's for me understanding how Tati Westbrook thinks and how she moves, okay? That she's thinking, like, okay, the paperwork's going to go public today, so anybody's going to see it, so I want to make sure that my video comes out first. I think it's smart. I really think it's smart, right? And so Emily said, no, not at all. The discussions and decision would have had to have been written up and agreed upon by lawyers, so there would have been time for that to happen. Once it's on the public docket, it's there for people to find. And I think that that's what Tati wanted to get to, is I think that she wanted to make sure that her word was the first word on it. And I respect that. I really do. You know, it's her story. It's her life. She has the right to, you know, talk about it. And she seemed so happy that all this is over. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't really watch the lawsuit closely. I did tell you guys, and I've mentioned it in a couple videos here and there, that her business partner commented on a video of mine, okay? And it was a video where I was talking about Toddy, and I think it was where I was talking about FTC disclosures and things like that. And then he emailed me and said something like, I could look it up for you right now. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. This will be interesting if I can find it. Yeah, I have it right here. He said to me, this was on 5/1 of 24, he said, Peter, just watch your video regarding Toddy leaving YouTube. I dropped you a comment. And so I went to the email. I mean, it was his email I went to his website to make sure that I wanted to fact check that it was him, right? In that moment, when I got that email, I was like, I'm not even a huge drama commentary channel. I mean, I think we know that I don't get as many views as a lot of people, right? And you're reaching out to me because I did a video about Toddy. Like, if on that level, like, that's what Toddy's had to deal with for, like, the last, 4 years, like, that he's reaching out to this person and that person, we already know, okay, that there were other commentary channels that were involved in this. I'm like, I didn't respond. I was like, girl, why are you hitting me up, okay? Like, listen, I might have some issues with Tati Westbrook and how she addressed the James Charles situation or didn't choose to address it later. I might have some issues with the FTC guidelines and whatever, but I think Tati Westbrook is a pretty good person, okay? And I am not wishing that kind of hell on her at all. Why are you contacting me, like, trying to get in good with me? Like, that was such bullshit to me, right? And so I was like, no. And so I was like, if this person's reaching out to me, then who else are they reaching out to, I thought it was so bizarre. And so I was like, she must have dealt with a lot of shit, like, in the last 4 years, Like, that was the moment where I was like, you are so closely watching Tati Westbrook drama commentary videos and then commenting on them and then sending me an email. Like, you're consumed with this, right? Like, you're literally, not Tati, her ex-partner. Like, you're consumed with this. And if that's the condition of how you are, then that's, I don't know, like, to me, like, take a step back, right? And so in that moment was when I really kind of felt really bad for Toddy, because I got, like, fully understood it. I don't know if that's making sense what I'm trying to say, but, like, if somebody out there is so, like, driven by this whole situation, they're watching everything that's going on, every move and all this kind of stuff, and I think starting websites about the truth and stuff like that, something like that was, I saw something like that. I'm like, you need to take a step back, okay? We get one life. To be consumed with somebody else is not the case. And people will be like, oh, this is what you do. This is an hour of my life on a drama channel, okay? Trust me, I'm not consumed with all this stuff. I'm more concerned and consumed with the pool and the pickleball drama and the HOA, okay? Trust me, I am. So anyway, Emily goes on to say, because what we see in the court documents is a dismissal of all 3 lawsuits and claims with prejudice, so it's done. But there will be a settlement agreement written up with terms that are almost always confidential, and that gets signed by all parties before the dismissal is filed in court. The Toddy lawsuits with her former business partner settling a few weeks ahead of trial isn't surprising. The cost of this type of litigation, this is where I was wrong, and I said that I thought $500,000 was a huge estimate. The cost of this type of litigation is extremely high, and in addition to the cost of litigation incurred up to this point, in a litigation that this extensive, we're talking at least $1 million and possibly more before trial, which Toddy said would start around $500,000, and that isn't an exaggeration. Per her statement, she is walking away from HAL0 and keeps her name to move forward with other ventures and products, which means she gets to keep the name Tati Westbrook, and that's a huge thing, okay? And that might not seem like, people be like, well, why wouldn't she be able to keep her name? Well, at this point, her name is a business entity. And so that's why this settlement, now it makes sense to me why she did want to settle, because of what Emily says next. She says, per her statement, she is walking away from HAL0 and keeps her name to move forward with other ventures and products. That's an outcome that a trial couldn't have achieved, only settlement. Hopefully, that's more concise. I said, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She said, of course. I just want to hear you say, no, Tati, no! Hope the pool's up and running soon. She's so sweet. So anyway, so that's everything that you need to know about the Toddy Westbrook thing. But I understand why she wanted to settle now. Okay, number one, to save a hell of a lot of money. But number two, because she gets to keep her name. And I think that that's really, really important. So there's everything that you need to know about the Toddy Westbrook thing. My friend Melissa, Buc-ee's my contacts. And if you want to know more about Unsolved Mysteries, then stay tuned to my Peter Watches TV channel, because that video will be up today too. I love you guys so much. And even though I can't see you, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.